Cast of Black Panther.
This is crazy. Hey. Can we share this? Oh, I'm here. I'm wherever. Yeah. I'm just gonna put him right there. Yeah, it's like you want to put it now sometimes.
You do, right?
Lauren Jones, LA Sentinel. I just want to ask, how impactful is it that the symbolism of Wakanda kind of resonated with America as a whole?
Anybody else want to take this?
I didn't hear it. I'll try. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess we would have to look at how it, how it resonated with each person, who watched it. It's always like you can't prescribe responses, and as Chadwick said, we could never have actually imagined the response that it received. But we did know we were able to create a world through, of course, Ryan's amazing vision that allowed people to function through their greatness without hindrance. So you saw very powerful female characters. You saw a world that was thriving with excellence on the continent and unperturbed, undisturbed by violations such as colonization and such like things, and hence able to reach a place of excellence. So the idea of that being something that we see more around the world, and as a way of saying, yeah, when people are allowed to actualize their fullest potential, we can become more and more excellent, is something that I hope did resonate.
Next question with Black Tree.
Hi, congratulations, Jaleesa from Black Tree. It's clear from the history being made through Black Panther what happens when Black filmmakers get the support from studios and how that translates for opportunities across costume design, production design, the soundtrack. Is there an impact that this film made, whether behind the scene or on screen, that maybe hasn't been widely talked about or recognized?
I would say I don't think people truly understand the amount of detail, the amount of mastery that went into the hair and makeup, wardrobe, set design. I think there's a disconnect, maybe because it's a superhero movie, maybe because it's a Black movie. I don't know exactly what it is, but I don't think people understand that it's the equivalent of somebody doing a period piece when you talk about the wardrobe in this movie. It's, in fact, more difficult because the tapestry of what's being pulled from is it's throughout the diaspora, and it's all weaved together. And the way that was actually used by the other designers, set designer, hair and makeup, all of those different parts of our film. It's a weaving and a tapestry that I don't think has ever been done by another movie. Like, you can be in the 30s, you can be in 1800s, you could be in the 1900s, but to create an entire world from the most beautiful things from the continent and put all that together across all those lines of production and have people believe that this is one country, I don't think people have grasped the difficulty of that and how that informs our performances, how it informs how we walk and talk and breathe in that space. Because it's not all CGI. The waterfall was built. The throne room was built. A lot of those things were built, and it's not just special effects.
Next question in the front row.
Hey guys, congratulations. This obviously had such an impact. Is there ever a feeling in any of you that doesn't want to do a sequel because I mean, it could be, Godfather 2 or it could be Grease 2, you know what I mean? Like, this is like so impactful that like you don't want to ruin it.
I'm dead. I'll talk. It's all good. I'm not live.
Nah, it's one of those things where honestly, to be able to build on that legacy and those characters in the world that Ryan built, Stan Lee, Jack Kirby created, years ago, but allow Ryan to actually tell that story. If there's an opportunity to come back and do a second one, I mean, take myself out of the situation. But for everybody to come back, I think I speak for everybody up here. It would be a tremendous accomplishment. Sequels I think are one of the hardest films to make, and I feel like to create a world and build upon it that's so beautifully and delicately woven into the world of the Marvel universe, but throughout cinema in general. You take Marvel out of it, I think it's a movie that stands against all film across the board. So yeah, I think if it was an opportunity, I think everybody would be pretty excited to come back around and relive it. Get some. Go ahead, get some.
Because Ryan signed on.
Yeah. There's no question.
He doesn't lose. You know what I'm saying? Russ 3 for 3. He gonna be 4 for 4.
Yep.
And the Marvel team gave him all the support that they needed with Nate, with Feige. Like he's a beast, man.
Yep.
He ain't gonna slip.
Yeah, there's
He's
no.
Godfather too. Like, be ready. Be ready.
Yep.
Next question right here.
Thank you. Hi, Tanya Hart, American Urban Radio Networks and online right here. How are you? Congratulations to everybody. When you were on stage giving the acceptance speech, Chadwick, for the cast, you mentioned being young, gifted, and black. Expound on that a little bit back here for us.
I think there's, to me, that's one of my favorite songs. It's one of my favorite sayings in poetry, and it speaks to the fact that you have the same dreams as other people. You have equal, if not more, talent at times, but you don't have the same opportunities. You don't necessarily have the same doors open to you, the same nepotism, the same money or resources that could be put towards your dreams. And you, a lot of times, don't have family members that have ever achieved the things that you want to do. And so when you aspire to do something that is outside the realm of what the world would see you doing, and also what your family has ever achieved. Like, some people, they're the first person to graduate from college still, an African American or Latino. And it's, to be young, gifted, and black is all of that. It's to have everything, but then not quite be able to grasp it, and to be able to persevere through that, though. That's, all of us are actors. We're here as actors to celebrate acting and celebrate the craft and celebrate what it means to be a thespian. It is difficult to do that for everyone. It's a difficult task. But our task historically has not been the same because, we've been relegated to playing the sidekick or the sideshow or backstage or not here altogether. And so that's what that statement meant.
Thank you. That was the last question. Thank you. That was the last question. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.